Welcome to Glascow's 5th and 6th grade Veterans Program. We'd like to welcome the community and all veterans. We are honoring today all veterans from World War I until present. Thank you for watching us, and God bless America.
Will you please stand and join us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance?
Today we honor and salute all of the many American veterans who throughout our history have unselfishly placed their lives on the line for freedom. We honor all American veterans who have served in every war to defend democracy.
We also honor our veterans from every period of peace as well, for they protect what our war veterans fought and died to defend. American veterans represent all races and ethnic groups. They are men and they are women. They are of every creed and belief, and they are of every physical description. They are your neighbor, the local business owner, and the fireman.
They are the millions of Americans living today who have proudly worn their country's military uniform. And they are the more than 1 million who have died defending the United States. Some of these veterans are heroes who have received many honors and publicity. Most are not. Most are just ordinary citizens who answered the call to duty when it came.
In 1899, small groups of Spanish-American War veterans banded together. They could not have envisioned that their numbers would grow to more than 2 million strong, or that the VFW would have such an enormous positive influence on the lives of generations of veterans, families, and communities throughout our nation.
Today we join all veterans to say that we are a grateful country. We appreciate your sacrifices, and we are honoring all who served.
The Old Glory Story. To veterans throughout American history, the Stars and Stripes have served as a symbol to their service and as a continuing testimony that their service was worthwhile. Since many of the flags of early America contained stripes in their design and several others had stars, there are varying accounts of when and where the first Stars and Stripes was flown. Flag history experts agree, however, that the first Stars and Stripes flag to have the general form we recognize today did not appear until the summer of 1777. when the Continental Congress formally resolved that the flag of the United States be 13 stripes, and alternate red and white, that the Union be 13 white stars in a blue field representing a new constellation.
Interestingly, the Congress did not specify the arrangement or shape of the stars, the direction of the stripes, or the relative size of the various components. Consequently, military units and civilian public flew a confusing array of local, home and homemade interruptions of the congressional flag description. It was not until 1912 the flag was finally assured a uniform appearance, when President Taft signed an executive order prescribing the relative size, shape, and positioning of the flag's components.
A subject of almost as much debate and shape and the design of the flag has been a question of how and when to display the stars and stripes. Since 1942, when a law was first enhanced to govern actual display of the flag, the guiding statement has been that the flag should not be flown on days when weather permits. The generally accepted interpretation was that the colors could be shown only between sunrise and sundown, and even then not during inclement weather.
Grand sentiment that Old Glory should be cloud flying, irrespective of darkness and foul weather. Culminated in 1976 when President Ford signed legislation providing that when a patriotic effect is desired, the flag may be displayed 24 hours a day, if properly operated during the hours of darkness. The new law also permits the stars and stripes to remain flying throughout the inclement weather when a flag of all-weather material is used. In addition to historical significance for permitting the national colors to remain aloft indefinitely for patriotic effect, the 1976 legislation may be remembered for giving life to Old Glory. The new flag contains the provision that the flag represents a living country and itself considered a living thing.
Veterans Day, how it was named. In 1921, an American soldier, his name known to God, was buried in the Virginia hillside overlooking the Potomac River in the city of Washington. The Arlington National Burial Site of this World War I veteran soldier was the personification of dignity and reverence for America's veterans.
Similar ceremonies took place in England and France, where some of these unknown soldiers were buried in each nation's highest place of honor. This happened in France, England, Westminster Abbey, and the Arc de Triomphe. These memorial gestures all took place on November 11th, giving universal gesture to the ending of World War I. This all happened at 11 a.m., November 11th, 1918, the 11th day of the 11th hour of the 11th month. This day became known as Armistice Day.
Armistice Day officially received its name in America in 1926 through a congressional resolution. It became a national holiday 12 years later by similar congressional action. If the idealistic hope had been realized that World War I was the war to end all wars, November 11th might still be called Armistice Day. But shortly after, World War II broke out in Europe and shattered the dream. 16.5 million Americans took part. 406,000 died. The families and friends of these longed for a way to honor their memory.
To honor veterans of all wars. An answer to the dilemma of how to pay tribute to those who had served in this latest great war came in a proposal made by Representative Edwin K. Reese of Kansas change Armistice Day to Veterans Day. Make this an occasion to honor those who had served America in all wars. President Eisenhower in 1954 signed the bill November 11th as Veterans Day, and he called for Americans everywhere to rededicate themselves to the cause of peace.
On May 30th, 1958, 2 more unidentified American war dead were brought to Arlington Cemetery from overseas and entered into the plaza beside their comrade of World War I. One was killed in World War II, the other the Korean War. A law passed in 1973 provided for the interment of an unknown American who lost his life in Southeast Asia during the Vietnam era. For several years, no qualifying remains were discovered, so a memorial plaque was placed in the amphitheater memorial display room. On Memorial Day 1984, however, the unknown serviceman from that conflict was placed in honored glory alongside his fellow countrymen. To honor these men, symbolic of all Americans who gave their lives in all wars, the Army Honor Guard, the 3rd U.S. Infantry, known as the Old Guard, keeps day and night vigil.
Date too significant to change. A law passed in 1968 changed the national commemoration of Veterans Day to the 4th Monday in October. It soon became apparent, however, that November 11th was a matter of historic and patriotic significance to our citizens. Congress therefore enacted legislation, Public Law 94 to 97, which returned the observance of this special day to its traditional date in 1978. The focal point for ceremonies conducted by the Veterans Day National Committee continues to be the Arlington Memorial Amphitheater, built around the Tomb of the Unknowns in Arlington National Cemetery. The site, established in 1864 and now operated by the Department of the Army, lies on property that once belonged to the Custis and Lee families.
Will you please join us in a moment of silence as we honor those veterans we have lost since World War
Today there is, and perhaps there always will be, a conflict in the world. But the United States fortunately enjoys peace and freedom. Like other things of great value, this security did not come cheaply. Part of the cost has already been paid by Americans who answered the call to military duty when their country needed them. They served in 11 wars from the Revolution to the present, earning the special distinction of veteran. But another part of freedom's cost must continue to be paid long after the guns have been silenced. This debt is owed American veterans. Some need their country's help, even as their country once needed theirs, to readjust, to recover from wounds, or to overcome hardships of age and infirmity. Most need and ask nothing in repayment of their sacrifices. Let us continue to help those veterans in need with the greatest possible compassion and efficiency. To the rest, since they ask no special thanks, we can best pay tribute this day by recognizing what they each achieved and joining them in their resolve to keep America strong and free. We would like to thank you, veterans, for all that you have done, those especially in our community. And at this time, I'm going to have each of the kids say their name and what grade they are in. So you guys all stand. And we just say your name and what grade.
My name is Caden Stein, and I am in 5th grade. My name is Jackson Kern, and I am in 5th grade. My name is Denzel Smith, and I am in 5th grade.
My name is William Vitello, and I'm in 5th grade.
My name is Julia Selger, and I'm in 5th grade.
My name is Aiden Williams, and I am in 6th grade.
My name is Rain Miner, and I am in 6th grade.
My name is Bray, and I am in 6th grade.
My name is Alicia McKay, and I'm in 6th grade.
My name is Noah Morris, I'm in 6th grade.
My name is Preston Fairman, I'm in 6th grade.
My name is Emma Weiss, and I'm in 6th grade.
My name is Cole Limey, and I am in 6th grade.